Kong will be added to that list of shows that is big. It is muscular, it has scale, it has size. The animal on stage is 20 feet high. It has 185 moving parts. It's animatronic. It weighs 2,000 pounds. It has 1,500 feet of cable inside. It'll be regulated by 16 puppeteers on stage in black, and it will have a booth in the back next to the sound booth, which will control all the sounds and movements. There's just an awful lot going on with the animal. It also fights a 20-foot high king cobra. It's pretty dramatic, and the puppetry is sensational. The story is so well known. It is the origin story. It's a Beauty and the Beast tale. It's not a love story, but it's a like story. They find each other, they communicate with each other. There is a 12-minute scene in the first act that is simply ravishing, in which they talk to each other and they find each other, and they sort of find a common language and a common bond. It's been a remarkably successful 85-year run for this beast. It somehow continues to fascinate. Some of the lessons in it are very, very relevant to today, because we are spoiling the environment, because we are doing terrible things that we shouldn't do, because we are not nice to things we don't understand and appreciate. It says an awful lot about taking something out of its own environment and forcefully removing it. We no longer, as a culture, take the time to understand the other. And we came up with somebody who was really, really spectacular. Christiane Pitts, who is the female lead in Bronx Tale. She has great persona, immense charm, ravishing voice, and I think she's going to be a superstar. I think we're using 7 as the age. Most parents think their child at 5 is the equivalent of a 7, so we know we'll get them to bring them anyway. There's no language, there's no foul language in it. There's no romance per se. There is a relationship, which I think kids will learn a lot from, about how you can communicate without speaking. For students, this is very, very helpful for 2 reasons. First of all, it's great for theater. The kids who don't know theater think it's this, and they have to see it. They're used to looking at stuff on their screens. But the idea of seeing something like that will blow kids' minds. They'll just be thrilled. If you're 4 feet tall and you're sitting in a theater where you're 2 feet tall, and there's 10 times bigger than you is parading around, and not that much parading, but just out there, it's very exciting. So I think it's a great stimulus for young people to love theater. And hopefully 20 years from now, they'll say, my first experience was seeing King Kong, and I loved it blew my mind. So that's one thing. And the second thing is there is much to learn in it, of compassion and understanding, and it's brilliant theatrically, so you get that with it.